This video lesson is for class 12, Book Vistas, lesson 3, Journey to the End of the Earth, written by Tishani Doshi. This awesome piece of literature is one of the most engrossing and fascinating lessons in your book Vistas. It is a travelogue about Tishani Doshi's visit to the ever-enchanting and picturesque, but immaculately untouched and pristine continent at the South Pole, called Antarctic. It has been titled End of the Earth. Why? Because it talks about the poles of the Earth, North Pole Arctic and South Pole Antarctic. Let us start with an introductory activity. Observe this picture for a while and come up with all the words and phrases or expressions you can think of. You can also suggest some related expressions by thinking beyond the picture. Look at the picture once again. Now we'll start listing the words. Yes, ice sheets, icebergs, penguin, cold temperature, melting of ice due to global warming. This picture has been taken at South Pole, Antarctica. This activity is called picture reading. This can be done in another way, that is by making a vocabulary word web. You select a target word, for example Antarctic, and then list all the words related to Antarctica in the form of a web. Two such vocabulary word webs are given on your screen. These are the projects made by students of Kendriya Vidyalaya Kathua. Moving on with the lesson, let's now talk about Tishani Doshi. She was born in 1975 in Chennai. She is a choreographer, a poet, as well as a journalist. Now, the introduction part. It tells us about Tishani Doshi's 100-hour-long journey to the coldest, driest and the windiest continent in the world, Antarctic. How she got this opportunity? It was through a program called Students on Ice, started by Jeffrey. It is a Canadian charitable organization that provides opportunities to the students of high school and university to visit places like poles, North Pole, South Pole, with the aim of fostering new understanding of and respect for the global environment. Yes, in order to reach there, Tishani Doshi crossed 9 time zones, 6 checkpoints, 3 water bodies, and many ecospheres. She reached there through a Russian research vessel, Akademik Shklovsky. The second part is part of history, where we come from and where are we heading to. Here we'll talk about Gondwana, the Gondwana land, the ancient supercontinent. At one time, South America, Africa, Arabia, Madagascar, India, Australia, and Antarctica were incorporated in this ancient supercontinent called Gondwana. The breakup of Gondwana occurred in stages. It was in the Jurassic period that Africa and South America separated from the eastern half of India, Australia, and Antarctica. Africa then separated from South America. At the same point, India, which was still attached to Madagascar, separated from Antarctica, and Australia, opening the central Indian Ocean. India eventually collided with Eurasia some 50 million years ago, forming the Himalayan mountains. Whereas South America joined North America, opening up a Drake Passage to create a cold circumpolar current, keeping Antarctica frigid and at the bottom of the earth. Now let me tell you how the author felt once she reached Antarctica. She was a South Indian, and as soon as she reached there, the first emotion she had was that of relief after a 100-hour-long journey. She compared the landmass to a ping-pong ball because Antarctica is devoid of any human marker. No billboards, no buildings, roads, bridges, etc. Nothing. From small creatures like midges and mites to huge creatures like blue whales and icebergs as big as countries, everything can be found in Antarctica. You can watch a surreal experience of dancing lights that are called austral summer lights only in the sky of Antarctica. Antarctica is also known as the land of the midnight summer. It has 6 months of daylight and in its summer and 6 months of darkness in its winter. The seasons are caused by the tilt of Earth's axis in relation to the sun. The direction of the tilt never changes, but as the Earth orbits the sun, different parts of the planets are exposed to direct sunlight. Now we move on to the third part of this lesson, the most relevant part as far as life on this planet is concerned. Human life on Earth has been since 12,000 years, which converts into a few seconds on the geological clock. In merely this less time, humans have managed to exploit each and every resource, thereby creating a chaos in the nature. Not to forget about the unlimited exploitation of fossil fuels that have reached it has created a blanket of carbon dioxide around our planet, which further increases the average global temperature, thus leading to global warming. You all are aware of this particular phenomena, global warming. Now there are some questions which still remain unanswered, like the melting of the West Arctic ice sheet. It is a real threat, as you can see from the picture on your screen. It was taken in the year 2018, and you can see how the West Atlantic ice sheet is melting. West Antarctic. Antarctica remains an important part, not only because it is untouched by humans, but also because of the ice core, 500,000 years old, carbon record trapped in its layers of ice. According to the author, if one wishes to study and analyze Earth's past, present and future, Antarctica is the place to go to. The metaphor for existence. All of you have heard of this quote or this saying that take care of small things and the big things will take care of themselves. What is the relevance of this statement in the context of Antarctic environment? Students, the statements hold great importance in the context of Antarctic environment. For instance, the phytoplankton. Phytoplanktons are the single-celled plants or grass, which is the basic of all the food for marine birds and animals. The depletion of ozone layer affects the phytoplanktons and the carbon cycle. This can obstruct the existence of marine life. So if the process carried on by these small grasses is taken care of, the processes of bigger animals and birds can be taken care of. The last part of the lesson is walk on the ocean. When the author reached Antarctica, their ship, Akademik Shkoloski, it managed to wedge herself into a thick white stretch. And the captain decided that now they have to climb down and walk on the ocean. Walk on the ocean. Tishani Doshi considered the walk on ocean as her best experience. They had a meter-thick ice sheet below their feet, and below it there was 180 meters of living and breathing salt water. On the periphery, she saw crab-eater seals. They were stretching and sunning themselves on the ice sheets. Author compares them to stray dogs lying under a banyan tree in a normal street, thus revealing a very important connection nature implies everywhere. With this, we come to the last paragraph of your lesson that asks some open-ended questions. Like, how would it be if Antarctica were to become a warm place that it once used to be? Or will we be around to see it? Or would we have gone the way of the dinosaurs, mammoths, or woolly rhinos? Third question, would they, the students who visited Antarctica, would they be able to make a difference in their short journey to Antarctica? Dear students, you should ponder upon these questions. Try to answer them in your own words. And for that, you have to read the lesson. Reading of lesson is very, very important. This video lesson is only a scaffolding for you so that you can read the lesson and comprehend it, understand it better. While reading, you will come across many new words. I have listed some of the new words for you, so you can speak these new words with me. Profound, amalgamated, surreal, ubiquitous, pronounce it as ubiquitous, consecrates, prognosis, pristine, parable, epiphanes. You can either infer the meaning of these words from the text itself, or else if you want to consult a dictionary, it is always better to consult a monolingual dictionary. Important question. This question has been repeated many times in the previous board examinations. The question is, why is Antarctica the place to go to understand the Earth's present, past, as well as future? I hope now you can answer this question, as you simply have to tell about the supercontinent Gondwana, how the countries and the subcontinents they started drifting apart. Yes, and how Antarctica stores 95% of ice volume on Earth, and in the ice is trapped the million years old carbon records, and these records are very, very useful for the future study of life on Earth. With this, we come to the end of the lesson. Based upon this video lesson, you can now attempt a quiz prepared by me. Click on the link on your screen. I hope you find this lesson useful as well as interesting. Thank you.